In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to start creating content for your business. So this video is starting right at content. This is assuming that you already have your niche, you have your business, whether that's you're a realtor, you're a content creator, you have a restaurant, whatever the case is. We're starting after that. So you have your business and now you need to start creating content and going hard on social media in order to kind of drive more attention towards your brand. For me in the whole content game, and especially this is more so if you're a maybe influencer or content creator, or you're creating content around your personal brand, there's kind of two main categories. So there's the work category, which is obviously like talking about your services, what you do, showcasing kind of how you can help other people. And then there's the other side of that, which is lifestyle, personal, all that stuff. So in this video, I want to touch on kind of the ways that I create content for my business, what I do for other clients, and how you can take that model and literally just copy it over to what you're doing. Whether it's a restaurant, again, you're a realtor, whatever it is, you can kind of apply this model to you in order to help you be more efficient with creating your content, because creating content, especially short form video content, very, very necessary and integral to your business or services success. So the first thing you want to nail down are the ideas. So what I personally like to do, and kind of where you should start if you're not necessarily that much of a creative person, is mark down all the different types of content that you see online that you like. Save it, do whatever you have to do. You can obviously save posts on social media, on Instagram, on YouTube, on your watch later, whatever it is. While you're scrolling, I mean, everyone scrolls nowadays. Use it to your advantage. Don't just scroll aimlessly, and make it a goal to kind of, oh, I like this piece of content, and save it, save it, save it, until you have this plethora of content that you really enjoy. The next step of the ideas is you're gonna wanna apply all those saved videos that you saved and the videos that you really like, and you're gonna apply those all to whatever your domain is. So let's say you're a personal trainer, let's just use it as an example, and you like some style of cooking video that you saw because of the way the first shot was, you like the cinematic look of the food or whatever. You're gonna take that style of video and you're going to apply it to your personal training business. And we're gonna use that example kind of throughout, just because it's a very simple example. And I was also talking to a personal trainer recently, and this is kind of the advice that I gave them. The next thing you wanna do is kind of start a running tab of ideas on your notes, document, whatever it is. Me personally, I just use my phone, okay, on notes. I literally just have a YouTube tab, I have a Instagram tab, and in there, whenever an idea comes to me, I make it a habit to just jump in when creativity hits, jump in to that section of my notes, write down the idea, maybe a couple quick lines on it, whatever I think. Just as the juices are flowing, I just kind of go from there. So I write everything down, and then again, when you have all that saved content of stuff that you already like in other domains, you take your ideas, and you kind of blend the two. Now, next thing is obviously the equipment. What are you going to record on? Well, everyone has one of the best cameras on them every day, especially iPhone cameras are amazing. They shoot in 4K, they're great, okay? Perfect for video, perfect for photo. Just make sure you have a lot of storage, because it takes up a lot of storage on your phone, and that's kind of a pain sometimes. But phone is a big one. You don't need, here, let me go get my camera. So phone's great. If you have some money to invest, let's say you're a restaurant, you're a bigger business, you already have some capital that you can invest in, I would get something like this if you're gonna do it yourself. DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's so small, it's so efficient. I have the creator pack, so it comes with a bunch of stuff in here, like a tripod, a microphone that's perfect for it, and like that integrates right to it. This is the best piece of kit that you can get, and it's so easy to use. Even if you don't know anything about cameras, you can watch a quick YouTube video and learn how to use it very easily. So that's that, and then obviously Sony. I can't show you my Sonys because they're both recording right now, but any Sony mirrorless camera, I have two pretty good ones that I have. They're exactly the same, so that I can do podcasts, and it's similar vibe on both camera angles. But again, if you don't have the capital, there's nothing wrong with just starting with an iPhone, because like I said, it's a great camera already. Okay, now the next step, and arguably the most important but also the hardest, is filming the actual content and creating it, okay? This is where you want to batch content. Batching, I cannot stress enough, is gonna be your friend, it's gonna be your savior. It's also gonna keep you going and feel like you're not on this hamster wheel of having to constantly record and edit. I broke it up into lifestyle also and work, like I said at the beginning. So first thing is lifestyle. This is more so towards the person who's building their personal brand as well on top of their business's brand. So what I like to do is, and especially like I said, the DJI is perfect for this because it's got the tripod built in, but phone's not a problem, is I record as much as I can, whether I'm on vacation, whether I am at the gym, driving, working, cooking, whatever it is, I record it and then I just have it all batched in folders. What I do is I throw it in either a Google Drive. For me personally, I use hard drives, and I throw all the footage in there and I just categorize it so that I can always go back to it when I'm creating other content and see if some of the B-roll is applicable. That footage is gonna be used as your B-roll throughout all future videos. And the best part about it is you keep recording all this just B-roll content, whatever you're doing, living your life, and it's stashed away for any time that you need to use it and plug it into any other videos that you're filming. So I'm just gonna show you right now what it kind of looks like on my hard drive. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you here. So if I go here, I go into personal, and then I go to commercials, and you can see here I have scenes, work scenes. This is just all like different me shooting content for people, with people. Again, it's just 2 different folders. And then I have another hard drive with all the personal lifestyle stuff, so from traveling and all that. So let's apply this to the personal training example. So if you're a personal trainer, here's exactly what I would do. I would take my phone, my camera, whatever I have, I would go in the gym that I work at, or whatever gym you want to use. If this one's more aesthetic, you go there. I would set up the camera and I would do as many exercises as I can, as fast as I can. I would go do all my chest exercises, just do 1 quick set, record them all. Then I would go do all my back, do all my legs, do all abs, whatever it is, cardio, whatever you want to record as much as you can, break it up into 2 sessions if you like. Come home, take out the SD card, whatever you have to do, plug it in, or if it's on your phone, send it to yourself, upload it to your Google Drive, and I would label every exercise. That way, in the future, when you're talking, maybe doing an educational video and you're talking about a specific exercise, you can just go to that folder, it's all labeled, easy for you, you pull it out, insert it right into the video, and then you have that B-roll. And I would just constantly record stuff like that every time I'm working out. Maybe if I'm doing, hypertrophy versus more cardio centered, more muscle endurance centered exercises, then I would just record everything. So I just have it all already done, and I would maybe re-up on it every couple of months or whatever it is. Now, this applies to both, but it's mainly going to apply to somebody who has a bigger, larger business where they really have to service clients and they're preoccupied with other things. Schedule your shoot times and your editing times. Otherwise, it's not gonna happen, okay? If you don't schedule it in there, it's so easy to just constantly push it into the future. I'll do it later, I'll do it later. If you have it in the calendar, even if it's just an hour a day, an hour a week, it'll really help you, it'll save you, and it'll keep you on task. Because content, I understand, if you're a restaurant, if you're a realtor, it's gonna fall second to servicing the client. So it needs to really be in your calendar so that you hold yourself to it, hold yourself accountable, and make sure you're actually doing it, because even though it might fall second to servicing a client, it's still just as important, especially in 2025. If you're not doing content, you're behind the other realtors, the other businesses that are prioritizing it. Now, remember the ideas tab that we were talking about in the last a couple of minutes ago, which was the ideas that you're keeping, the saved videos. When it's your shoot time, you set up your camera, you figure out where you're gonna shoot, you open up that tab and you just pick the ideas that you wanna record that day, and you record them. This is exactly what I do. It literally saves my life. When I have a recording session for filming my content, just like right now, I just pull up my notes, I have them open right now, I'm using them as reference, and I have right here how to start content. So I'm recording, or I'm opening that tab, I'm picking the idea that I want to do, I'm writing a few little notes on it just to remember throughout recording, and then anything like any mistakes or whatever can obviously be fixed during editing. The next portion of this is obviously editing. For me personally, I would just sit down and have an editing session where you can edit everything at once so that it's all done and you just don't have to worry about it. Again, talking about being on a hamster wheel and feeling like you're constantly recording content, it's very common. Save yourself the time, just get it all done, and that way you don't have to record content every day or every week. You can record maybe every month if you do it right. And then lastly, for this section, you're gonna wanna record evergreen content. So for a restaurant, obviously, unless you're changing your menu every day or every week, it doesn't really matter because you're recording food that's always on the menu. If you're a realtor, just make sure you're giving evergreen tips and tricks. So what does this mean? Evergreen stuff that's timeless. It's not gonna go out of, it's not gonna not make sense in a few weeks time. It's stuff that'll always make sense in real estate. So let's use the personal trainer as an example again. Evergreen content would be, training splits. Training splits don't really go out of style. People have different training splits, but you can always talk about, like the bro split or a push-pull leg split. That stuff's never gonna go away and it'll make sense whenever. Something I wouldn't necessarily do unless you're making a specific video for that day is talk about, gym news, for example, maybe some stuff that's going on right now, like a strongman competition or a bodybuilding competition. That's stuff that you want to record and you can't necessarily batch. You want to record it as it's happening and put it out right away so that it's still relevant to what's going on at that time. But that's basically it. That's kind of my approach to filming content and just making it as easy as possible for obviously myself, but also my clients. And with my clients, obviously, they don't have to worry about any of the ideation, the filming, the editing, or anything, or the posting or anything like that. They just have to show up and be on camera. But I hope that helped. And if you have any questions and you're looking to start content and don't want to do it yourself, of course, feel free to reach out and I can either do it for you or I can consult you on it. So with that being said, have a great day and hope you enjoyed.